Hello everyone! Ayan, so semplang na naman po mga kaibigan ang prosecution. Ayan, so akala ko nung una ay perfect na dahil abogado yung ipinresenta ng prosecution. So hindi ko na anticipate na sasablay din pala sa bandang dulo itong si Attorney Jeremy Lotok. Okay, so abogado yan ha guys, no, abogado yan. Okay, so yung unang sablay na napansin mismo ng mga senator judge at syempre napansin din po ng ating presiding officer na si Attorney Chis Escudero. Okay, so pakinggan natin guys, no, nakakatuwa ito. Sablay talaga ito. Alright guys, ito no, pakinggan natin. Ha? Kala nyo ha?
Attorney Lotok, typo na yung affidavit mo, typo pa yung subpoena? Hindi po,
Oh, di ba? Typo na yung affidavit, typo pa yung subpoena. Saan ka nakakita isang abogado nagkaroon ng ganyang error o pagkakamali doon sa kanyang affidavit and then doon sa kanyang subpoena? Oh, di ba? Ibig sabihin lang 'yan, hindi lahat ng abogado perpekto. Hindi lahat ng abogado mahusay. Minsan kapag scripted ay talaga namang hindi makakalusot sa ating batas. Okay, magkakamali at magkakamali. Oh, yung mga dilawan diyan, no, yung mga pinklawan diyan, eto ha, huwag kayong mapikon. Dahil eto, sasabihin ko sa inyo, yung outcome ng impeachment trial ay mababasura. Okay? Bakit? Kasi malinaw guys sa Article 12 of the 1987 Constitution, no? Article 11 rather, Article 11 of the 1987 Constitution. Malinaw dito guys na inilatag po kung ano nga ba yung mga tinatawag nating impeachable offenses. Okay, ano nga ba itong mga impeachable offenses? Una, the culpable violation of the Constitution. Yan. Impeachable offense yan. Okay? Pangalawa, treason. Ayan, treason. And then, pangatlo, bribery. Pang-apat, graft and corruption. And pang-lima, other high crimes. And pang-anim, betrayal of public trust. So, saan dyan sa anim na yan nabanggit yung grave threats? O kahit sabihin mo ng inciting to sedition, nasaan dyan? Nasaan dyan yung grave threats? Nasaan dyan yung inciting to sedition? Wala. Okay? Wala. So, palpak yan. No, waste of time and money. Waste of effort. Okay? So, yan po yung unang semplang ng mga dilawan and mga pinklawan. O bakit ko sinasabing dilawan and pinklawan? Diyos ko po, obviously, hindi po yan kayang gawin ng administrasyon ni Bongbong Marcos Jr. Bakit? Kasi lublob na si Marcos Jr. Negative 50 plus na nga po yung kanyang rating. Diba? Wala na rin po siyang kandidato para sa susunod na 20 na eleksyon. No? Wala na po siyang kandidato dahil sinira po ni Bongbong Marcos ang kanyang pangalan. So dito ko nga, nasabi ko nga hindi lahat ng pagkakataon o pangalawang pagkakataon is maganda. Hindi lahat ng pagkakataon ay kumbaga the sweetest, no? Akala ko i-redeem niya talaga yung legasiya ng kanyang ama, pero mas lalo po niyang inilubog yung legasiya ng kanyang ama. Okay? So kanina po tinanong itong si Attorney Binluan ba ito, no? Itong abogado ng prosecution. Ayun, basta yung abogado ng prosecution, guys. Tinanong po niya, no? Tinanong po niya yung witness. Okay? Tinanong po niya yung witness kung sino kaya yung pinatutungkulan dito ni BP Sara Duterte na gigilitan ng leeg, ayan, yung ipapapatay ni BP Sara, sino kaya yung tinutukoy dito? Yun po yung tanong sa kanya, no? Ito yung tanong sa kanya, no? Ang sagot niya is the president. the wife of the president, si Liza Araneta, at syempre si dating House Speaker Martin Romualdez. Ito daw tong tatlong taong to yung sinasabi na ipapapatay ni VP Sara. Okay? So, ito daw yun, yung ipapapatay ni VP Sara. Dineclare niya. Okay? Kung pakikinggan natin, wala pong binanggit si VP Sara na pangalan. Okay? Nagigilitan ng leeg. No? Ang sinabi lang dito ni VP Sara, kapag siya ay pinatay, patayin mo si BBBM, si Liza Araneta, at si House Speaker Martin Romualdez. Pero yung gigilitan, never niyang binanggit itong tatlong ito. Eto na, tinanong po ni Senator Judge Alan Peter Cayetano itong si Attorney Jeremy Lotto. Binaligtad niya yung tanong. Ang tanong po ni Attorney Cayetano, sino kaya yung tinutukoy ni VP Sara Duterte na nasa likod ng pagpaplano sa kanya doon sa Operation Romanov? So, ayaw niya, no? Ayaw niyang sagutin. So, eto guys, no? Panoorin at pakinggan natin si Senator Judge Alan Peter Cayetano. Saka si si Senator Judge Amy Marcos.
Susundan ko na yung kay Senator Win, Senate President. No,
Yes po, Your Honor.
yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. So, dediretsuin ko na, no? So, what we're trying to figure out here kasi is, are you really investigating whether may threat kay VP Sara and whether she threatened the individuals mentioned, including the President? Or are you only investigating the video and finding kung meron siyang crime? So I asked Agent John Mark Calilum, hindi daw niya kinausap ang sabi ko PSG, pero PSC na sila ngayon, di ba? Presidential Security Command. So
Opo.
did you speak to the Presidential Security Command about the threat on the President?
Your Honor, in terms of correspondence between the Presidential Security Command at yung NBI, ang makakasagot po niyan yung director. Kasi hindi ko alam kung may usapan po sila. Meron po kasi kaming tinatawag na need to know basis. Ang focus lang po namin as...
The problem with your answers, Witness, is that kung yan ang sagot mo parati, dahil hindi mo inimbestigahan ng gusto.
Hindi ho.
Because you didn't get the information from your intelligence. You did not get your information from the task force. You did not get your information from the Presidential Security Group. Did you talk to the CIDG?
Your Honor...
May you answer first. Did you talk to the CIDG?
No, Your Honor.
No. But nag-imbestiga din sila, di ba?
I think so, Your Honor, kasi may statement sila.
So yun din yung tanong nga ng Senate President eh. Kung iniimbestigahan nyo talaga yung buo at kayo ang head at kayo dapat ang mag-imbestiga, bakit hindi nyo kinausap yung mga ibang nag-iimbestiga? Baka may alam sila na hindi.
Yung usapan po na yan, it's a matter of intelligence. Hindi ko alam kung may usapan sila o kung wala silang usapan with the director and with the intelligence service, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'll take that answer, but I think at least alam nyo yung nasa isip namin and what we want clarified. Secondly, sir, all of you, yung apat, you signed the February 2025 NBI Affidavit of Investigation. Tama po ba, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor, our affidavit of
Tapos
investigation.
kasama dito yung verification nyo, basically saying that based on the records, tama tong lahat, no?
Verification ng ano po, Your Honor?
Sa dulo, nag-sign kayo ng verification.
Verification of non-forum shopping, Your Honor?
Yes, and that, aside from non-foreign shopping, give me some latitude because to explain the question. We read and understood its contents and the allegations therein are true based on authentic records.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. So may mali ba dito? Factually, wala. Na-review mo naman to, no?
May konting typo dyan, which is
Hindi
normal
typo,
naman po, Your Honor.
factual.
So far as I'm concerned,
Sino
lahat
po
po
ba
yun.
nag-prepare?
Ang team po namin with the...
Tapos pinapirma sa inyo?
Hindi kami nagtulong-tulong mag-draft ng affidavit of investigation, kung ano yung legal basis namin, and then we agree, and we concluded na ito yun.
Then someone typed it up, then you signed. I asked this because nung tinanong ko kay Agent Mark John Calium, sabi niya, dito nakalagay conditional pero tingin niya absolute. You answered the same thing, it's absolute, pero dito nakalagay conditional.
The utterances itself, Your Honor, is what we called event-based condition, ang classification namin.
Okay.
Yun yung utterances, Your Honor.
I'll take that answer. I think mas factual yun. But sa paragraph 51, was VP Duterte ever Secretary of the Department of Justice?
No, Your Honor, Department of Education.
Nakalagay dito, to recall, VP Duterte resigned as the Secretary of the Department of Justice and she herself admitted that her relationship with the President has become toxic and she would imagine her strangling
Aray
him and
ko,
cutting
Diyos
off
ko
her
po,
head.
saan nila kinuha
That's
yun?
typo, Your Honor.
That's not a typo. A typo means yung department naging depart. The Department of Justice and Department of Education are two different things.
Ang alam namin,
Oo nga.
sorry po.
Yes, sir. That's sir.
Yeah, Department of Education, ang alam
Yeah.
namin.
So, kasi I just filed my counter affidavit sa ombudsman about yung obstruction of justice. Ilang beses ko kailangan basahin kasi nga pag may mali, pinirmahan nyo na sinasabi nyo, no? But anyway,
Wow.
going back to the condition, you mentioned the case of SPO2 Hamata.
Yes, sir.
But isn't it true that the lis mota of that case was really res judicata and double jeopardy? Meaning, hindi tinake up ng Supreme Court whether or not a condition.
Yes, sir.
Di ba?
Opo.
Oh, so that wasn't on point. Kasi I was going to ask, is there a difference if the condition is legal or illegal? Di ba? So halimbawa, pag sinabi ko sa yung, pag natanggal akong Senate President, patatanggal din kita. Okay. Unang-una, legal naman akong tanggalin na Senate President. We always vote. There's nothing there. But if illegal, o pag pinapatay mo ko, papapatayin din kita. Is there a difference if the condition of why I will act or why I'm threatening you is an illegal act?
Well, under the law, Your Honor, it says there that even the condition is unlawful. So, regardless of the nature of the condition,
Yes.
sir.
No, I want to get lang into your mind when you sign this because nga medyo novel yung case to for me. Even as a lawyer, I have to do more research and see anong ibig sabihin nito grave threats dito because you keep mentioning we keep mentioning here that this is the second highest official in the land and therefore pag trinete niya ang Pangulo. But who was the Vice President claiming na pwedeng magpapatay sa kanya?
Again, Your Honor, yun po yung reason ba't nag-issue kami ng subpoena.
No,
Gusto po
sa reading nyo nung statement niya, sino tinutukoy ng Pangulo na mukhang mag-ooperate sa kanya ng Operation Romanov? Sinong pinagbibintangan niya?
Ayan.
Well, una, kung ang pag-uusapan Romanov, Your Honor, ang alam namin na unang nagbigkas ng Romanov ay si Mayor Baste yata noong January 2024.
Yes.
Then,
That's irrelevant. Ang question ko, in the mind of the Vice President, sinong pinagbibintangan niya na pwedeng magpapatay sa kanya? You said you investigate.
Malinaw na malinaw dito, guys, yung tanong ni Senator Judge Alan Peter Cayetano. The same way lang yan doon sa tanong ng abogado ng prosecution. Sino sa tingin mo dito yung sinasabi ni VP Sara Duterte na gigilitan niya ng leeg? So ang sagot ninyo ay si Pangulo, no? Eto, tingnan natin yung tingnan natin, guys, yung yung gigilitan ng leeg. Basta yun, basta gano'n, yung galit na galit si VP Sara. So ang tanong ng abogado, sino yung tinutukoy dito ni VP Sara? And sabi mo, sabi nitong judge, nalilito tuloy ako. Sabi nitong si Attorney Jeremy Lotok, it's the president. Ito naman, tanong ni Senator Judge Alan Peter Cayetano, sino sa tingin ninyo yung tinutukoy ni VP Sara Duterte na mayroong kakayahang gumawa ng sinasabing Romanov? Okay, Plan Romanov. So, sino yung mag-execute ng Plan Romanov? So, hindi niya masagot, no? Kasi, obviously, itong sa Plan Romanov, it's the president. Alright? So, tuloy natin.
So mahaba na testimony nyo ni Agent John Mark. So of course, kasama sa investigation nyo, sino sa mind ni Vice President magpapapatay sa kanya?
Well, again, Your Honor, since wala kaming makuhang valid information,
Hindi ba klaro sa video na ang pinagbibintangan niya is the first lady, the president, and the Speaker of the House? So sabi niya, pag pinatay ako, patayin mo silang tatlo. So ang pinagbibintangan niya na magpapapatay sa kanya, yung tatlo.
I cannot answer to that, Your Honor.
Senator Judge Alan, kindly wind up.
But you have to be able to answer that because you're the one who investigated. And that is crucial. Why? Because part of your self-defense, so for example, if I know na sa senator judge, pag hindi ako bumoto one way or the other, papapatayin ako ng whatever, chief PNP or papapatay ako ng whoever. So pag sinabi kong, pag ako pinatay, si ganito nagpapatay sa akin. And then, ang difference, I don't usually give a threat na patayin mo rin. So could it be that actually that was the defense of the Vice President para hindi siya patayin?
I don't know the state of the mind of the Vice President.
But you've testified all throughout this afternoon that you went into her state of mind.
Based on the series of events, Your Honor.
Yes, and based on her statement, and the series of events is nag-away sila ng administrasyon, and the series of events is that sinasabi niya, pag ako'y pinatay, eto tatlo ang papatayin nyo. Okay, last question. Kay Attorney Lopez, tinanong din to ng Senate President, ni Senator Tulfo. At di ko na itatanong pero napapiyawan ni Senator Erwin din to yung tungkol kay yung sinabi ni si Attorney Lopez, sabi mo, even before kasi nangyari yon, nakausap na ni Vice President yung papatay.
That's the literal meaning of the statement.
Yes, that's a literal meaning, but did you believe her?
Well, she's the Vice President, sir.
So she also said freedom of expression, so you also believe her?
Not based on the evidence that what we gathered, sir.
No, okay, so I'll stop there, but I'll read to you. Sinabi niyo kasi sedition. Pero tignan niyo po yung page 25 nung sarili niyong affidavit, ha? Si Princess Maui, ang sinabi niya, ano po ba ang pwede niyong maging remedy para matapos na ito? Lalo't nagsisigaw na po ang taong bayan na mag-people power na. So actually, I would consider ang nag-uudyok si Princess Maui. Of course, we can discuss people power, but pero tignan niyo po ang sagot niya after yung sa pagpatay. Ang laban ay wala dyan sa EDSA, ma'am. Wala dyan sa mga highway. Ang laban, ma'am, nandun sa loob ng palasyo. Yan ang problema. We appreciate yung expression nyo ng disgust, ang pagkamuhi, ang hopelessness, kasi it reflects kung ano nararamdaman ng maraming milyon-milyon. Alam ko yan, ma'am. Kahit saan ako pumunta, ang sasabihin, binoto namin dahil sinabi mo, iboto namin. So if I look at that statement, parang baliktad. Parang sinasabi niyang huwag kayo mag-people power.
Actually, kung babasahin po natin yung buo, may sinabi siya doon na natutuwa siya sa ginagawa nila.
Sa ginagawa nila na active nagrarally. Pero sa people power, ito yung exact. But I won't argue with you. I'm just trying to get into your frame of mind.
Yes, Your
When do you believe her and when do you not believe her? And what did you actually investigate?
We based everything on the evidence that we've gathered.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Thank you, Mr. Witness.
Opo.
Thank you, Senator Judge Alan Cayetano. Senator Judge Marcos, thereafter Senator Judge Aquino. Senator Marcos, you may proceed, ma'am, when you're ready.
Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. And Attorney Lontok,
Yes, ma'am.
maupay nga pag-abot.
Mapayat po, ma'am.
Aton Senado.
Opo, ma'am.
Okay, I'd like to affirm lang yung sinabi mo kanina na nung nangyari nga itong hating gabi na interview ni Vice President sa Zoom, agad-agad in-orderan kayo, in-instruction na ng NBI, na mag-imbestiga. Tama po yun.
Hindi po, Your Honor. Sabado po yon, lunchtime, mayroon kaming meeting ako with the then Director Santiago. I think between 12 noon and 1 p.m. And then mayroong instruction na nanggaling kay Delta Santiago na, Jeremy, may kumakalat sa social media, may mga utterances na ginawa ang Vice Presidente. Imbestigahan natin. Since may cyber aspect ito, imbestigahan nyo na. Doon po nagsimula yun.
Tama. So, anong araw yun? Kasi andito sa inyong affidavit of investigation at yung sinabi ninyo na on even date, ang tinutukoy mo ba yung November 23 din?
November 23, ma'am. Kasi natapos ho ang
Oo,
live-
gabing-gabi kasi yun di ba?
madaling araw po ng alauna, ma'am.
That's right. So, nag-meeting kayo kaagad-agad? Ganun ba?
Hindi, ma'am. Hindi po kasi namin alam yun.
Kailan kayo inutusan na mag-imbestiga?
During lunchtime, nung may meeting kami ni then Director Santiago, pero iba ho ang iniimbestigahan namin krimen.
Kailan kayo sinabihan ng DOJ na mag-imbestiga? Anong araw?
That same day, ma'am.
Ayun nga,
After
November 23.
November 23.
Oo, pareho lang. Yun ang sinabi ninyo kanina nung tinatanong kayo ng counsel ng prosecution, yan din ang nakasaad. On even date ang nakasabi sa inyong affidavit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, nag-umpisa na kayo. Kwento nga ninyo, four-phase yung investigasyon. Nag-umpisa sa identification. Nagbigay kayo ng hash value. Nag-preserve kayo ng data. Pagkatapos nag-research kayo. Subsequently, sinabi mo na meron kayong open source intelligence search at natuklasan ninyo na meron palang October 18 video na press con na naman ni OVP na nasa Facebook at may mga sinasabi na naman na puputulin yung ulo. Tama ba yon yung October 18 ang nakita ninyo?
That's the continuation in the analysis phase, Your Honor.
Oo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi nag-research na kayo, no? Bilang fourth phase nga ng inyong investigasyon. Tama po ba?
Hindi po, Your Honor. Yun yung third phase ho, yung analysis and attribution.
Sa analysis pa at attribution. So third phase. Pero bandang huli na. Ang pinagtatakahan ko, kung inutusan kayo ng November 23 na magkaroon ng investigasyon, bakit napakaaga? November 6, 2024, a subpoena was issued to ABS-CBN requiring them to submit an authenticated copy of the video pertaining to the 18 October press con. Nandito to sa affidavit ninyo, nasa page 8, number 14. Kung inutusan kayo noong November 23, ang ibig ba sabihin, November 6 pa lang, minamanmanan na si Vice President? Iniimbestigahan na siya bago pa yung Zoom conference sa Kongreso?
No, Your Honor. I believe that's a typo yung date.
Sorry?
Kasi that's a typo, Your Honor, yung date. Kasi makikita doon yung date noong appearance ng taga-ABS-CBN, which is consistent ho siya doon sa ibang initial
Kailan
ng
ba yung
subpoena.
appearance? Kasi hindi ko nasusundan yung timeline ninyo eh.
Kailan?
Parang yung November 23 yung utos, pero November 6 pa lamang may subpoena na. Ba't nagkaganon?
Typo ho yan, Your Honor. Hindi ho yan November 6.
Typo na naman katulad ng Department of Justice.
No, Your Honor. If I may refer to my notes, Your Honor.
Oo, pakita mo na lang sa akin kasi nahanap ko hindi ko masundan eh.
You may do so,
This is
Counsel.
page 6, number 14 po. November 6, 2024, subpoena to ABS-CBN.
The subpoena the subpoena itself. The subpoena itself.
Wala naman yatang date na binibigay tungkol sa appearance ni Patria Morales at yung iba pang
Meron po,
ABS.
Your Honor, if I...
Pakituro lang kasi hinahanap po namin.
Subpoena. Subpoena mismo.
For information, the time of Senator Judge Marcos is over. Kindly.
Yes, but he's still responding
Of course,
to the
we
same
will wait for
question
the
if you will allow.
Ito.
Siya po yung matagal, hindi tayo.
We're only counting your the questions that you ask, not the answer. Neither are we counting the waiting time for the witness to answer.
Ha?
I-check ko
Ay,
lang po,
number
Your Honor,
two.
para
Kasi yung mga sumunod na meeting, doon sa page 13, sa number 30,
Number
at sa
3
mga
pa din
sumunod,
ata.
yung mga tinutukoy doon, yung mga media na nandun sa Zoom conference, hindi naman siya yung ABS na humawak ng camera noong October 18. Iba naman yung mga tinutukoy doon eh.
Attorney Lutop,
Opo.
the question of the Honorable Marcos is on page 6, paragraph 14. You said you sent a subpoena on November 6, 2024. Unfortunately, because the annexes are not part of the document marked, it's not here. So the question is quite clear. If it's a mistake, then what is the correct date of the subpoena?
If I can see the real subpoena, Your Honor.
Kindly talk to the mic, please.
Yeah. If I can see the real subpoena, Your Honor, because the subpoena was signed by our assistant director for investigation service.
As I said, unfortunately, it was not attached to your affidavit, and I doubt if it's one of those marked or pre-marked
Wala.
by the counsel for prosecutors. As he said and admitted earlier, he did not or they did not mark all of the annexes in your affidavit.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may, check ko lang po, Your Honor, para sigurado ko.
Wala sa'yo ngayon.
Inaanap ko po rito.
Wala nga pong annex yan eh.
Wala sa annex at wala rin sa affidavit. Kasi yung mga media na tinutukoy sa ibang pahina, eh yung mga nag-interview nung Zoom conference.
Dito ho yung certified true copy daw, Your Honor.
If I may, Your Honor, please, can I assist on this regard, if the court will allow?
Only if you can produce a copy of the November 6 subpoena, counsel.
Exactly, Your Honor. The documents are present. They are in the possession at present of the witness, Your Honor. They may not have been physically attached to the affidavit investigation, but they do exist in the records of the case as separate pre-marked documents, Your Honor, please.
So it's here?
Presiding officer, then is counsel saying that therefore the affidavit is defective or wrongful, and that November 6 is not the right date? What then is the right date of
With
the
all due
subpoena
respect,
to
Your Honor,
ABS?
please. With all due respect, we object to the use of the term defective.
Counsel, we shall await. Let the
Yes.
document speak for itself.
Ang
Yes,
dami
Your
pang
Honor, please,
paliwanag
yes,
ng
sir.
counsel. Diyos ko po, Santissima.
Witness who
Defective
said
naman
that it was a
talaga.
mistake, not me.
No, it doesn't make the entire affidavit of investigation defective.
No, I merely said the date was wrong. Because that's what he said.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, dito pa lang guys. dito pa lang ay Diyos ko po, hindi ko alam kung paano natin na ipaliliwanag itong abogado na ito no, masyado siyang defensive. Ayan. Masyado siyang defensive. Kasi nga naman mahirap kapag yung inilalaban ninyo ay kwento-kwento lamang at scripted lamang. Kasi if I were the investigator, tumagal man ng ilang buwan, if I were the investigator, lalo na't vice presidente yung iniimbestigahan ko, I don't think makakalimutan ko yung petsa. No? Hindi yan makakalimutan because yung pinag-aaralan ninyo, yung ina-assess ninyo, yung iniimbestigahan ninyo is the vice president, the second highest position in the government. Tapos malilimutan mo yung ginawa. Oh my God, nasermonan ka tuloy, yun, nasemplok ka tuloy. Sige, maghanap kayo dyan. Oh, yan, sige, maghanap kayo dyan.
It's just been brought to my attention that in fact, presiding officer, 2 documents were issued on November 6. Not only the subpoena to ABS-CBN, but further the affidavit of investigation regarding the October 18 press con. Can we please be clarified? as to these two documents which don't seem to appear in the affidavit nor in the annexes provided.
Let's first wait for the witness to answer the first question, Senator Judge Marcos.
Okay.
Yes,
If I-
Attorney Lotok.
If I may, Your Honor. Ito ho, ang subpoena, which is TICOM, yung date ho ng appearance niya is December 11.
Appearance po, ang tinatanong yung
Appearance.
date ng subpoena.
Date
Attorney
ng
Lotok.
subpoena, Your Honor, is 6th day of November 2024, which I believe this is a typo kasi magkakasunod ho ito doon sa mga inisyuan namin na media personalities.
Attorney Lotok, typo na yung affidavit mo, typo pa yung subpoena.
Hindi po.
What are you looking at? The subpoena or the affidavit?
Dalawa yan eh.
What are you looking at, Attorney Lotok?
Subpoena, Your Honor.
So the subpoena is dated November 6.
Okay.
It is-
And the affidavit also is November 6. Dalawang typo carried over.
Asan yung affidavit? Hindi ko pa nakita, ma'am, yung affidavit na November.
Your
Ikaw
affidavit
ang
says
pumirma
November
eh.
6.
Pwede patingin ako.
Yung affidavit of investigation mo na binigay, pati yung amended, carried over din. Yung first draft na rineject ng DOJ, yung ikalawa, parehong November 6.
Saan?
Pirmado ninyo eh.
Ayan, na nga, sinasabi sa inyo, palpak.
Page 6, Counsel, paragraph 14 of his affidavit of investigation.
Yes, Your Honor. It's November 6, 2024 ang nakasulat dyan.
So typo din yan? Is it your testimony na typo din yan?
I believe so, Your Honor. Kasi ang intention namin dyan is 11 December 2024.
Anyway, Senator Judge Marcos, the document will let the document speak for itself. That will be the best evidence of it, if at all, of the dates
Thank you.
of either the subpoena and or the affidavit.
Yes, presiding officer, just to provide our witness a chance to correct himself or the documents, sa palagay mo, ano yung tamang date kung mali yung November 6?
Same ho, Your Honor, doon sa mga subpoena na inisyo namin sa media personalities.
Dapat magkakapareho.
Yes, magkakasunod po yun.
Okay, sige. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much, presiding officer. Namang salamat.
Salamat po, ma'am.
Thank you, Senator Judge Marcos. Senator Bamakino, and then we proceed to cross.
Your